Alright, YouTubers, coming at you from the garage here, and I guess this is going to start part 2. I did do some earlier footage, but I decided not to upload it, and I would make it a little shorter and easier by creating a new one now. As you can see, there's a mess of parts up here, and this right here is another Polaris Indy 400 engine, and we bought this for $50. We were not expecting at all to we weren't going to end up buying another engine. It just so happened my father's friend, who's been helping us work on this, knew a guy who had one sitting around. So this worked out really good, actually. It's identical in every way, except that the guy said it ran. It does need a couple things. The reason he gave it to us for $50, it was at first $100. He later realized that, as you can see, the seal is blown. So we have one, luckily, in the basket kit we have, the gasket kit. And we got to replace this seal too. We're just going to take that apart. Luckily the rest of it can stay. There's a piece of corn in there we have to get out because it was in a barn. It should run after that, and this engine, at first we were thinking of selling, but I personally would rather keep it as parts, because who knows what other fun stuff this thing needs. I already noticed one of the hoses is bad. We need to steal the stator and the coil off of this one, because as you can see, the flywheel is pretty disgusting. We had to burn it off with the acetylene torch. And as you really can't see, if I could get a flashlight, if you give me a second, we may have burned the stator and the coil, but that's the only way we were able to get that engine out. But I'll keep it as parts because it still may be good, so we'll just keep it for now. Yeah. So I think what we're going to do now is I'm going to pull the clutch off of this one, because this didn't come with a clutch or the carburetors, and we do need to use the recoil off of this as well, because the spring is all weird. And I don't have the snowmobile in here yet, because there's almost no way we're going to get this on here. We need to buy some sort of form a gasket for there. Alright, enough talk. Let's see if we can pull this clutch off. We'll just screw this on nice and tight. We'll have to get a socket on there, or the impact wrench. We'll probably have to get the impact gun. And see if we can pull her off. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention, if you'll excuse me. The reason the other piston's off of here, if I could find it. Oh, where did I put that? Where did I put it? Well, simple fact of the matter is, where is it? Oh, there it is, duh. We broke the skirt off of it. We had it leaning against here because we were trying to get the flywheel nut off on the old engine, and it broke. And we figured we put so much darn money into this thing, it would make more sense to buy this, which was a good deal. Ended up being a good deal, and we'll see how good or bad this turns out. And yeah, we had the rope in there to stop the piston from moving. And I guess we left one of the spark plugs over at Mass, which isn't a big deal. We have plenty extras. So I think that'll work out good, this being a parts engine. And alright, I think we have to take this off too. It's just for the best. There's a few stains from that acetylene torch. So we'll just keep this as parts, and I think I've blabbered enough. So forgive me for that. Yeah, the flywheel. So I think that's all I have to say. So thank you for watching, and stay tuned, because I'm not even going to end this yet. Let's see if we get this off. Let's see how this goes. Tell it's moving. Alright, so that actually came off pretty easily. I just turned the, I ended up turning the impact gun up a little bit, or actually a lot, all the way. We gotta put some Teflon tape on that. Yeah, it came right off, so that's probably pretty good. And I think we'll put it on here. Well, actually, no, we gotta. Next, we're gonna crack this apart. I'm gonna semi-put this back together, and assume that I don't need any internal parts from it, because I don't want to lose anything, you know. Put some of the bolts back together, and eventually this will end up in the little shed on the shelf, safely away from the bench where we need to use it. So stay tuned. Alright, so we got the, let me see if I got this right. No. So we got the cylinders on, the head on. We're just going to tighten the bolts on the head. Not really tight, but just, you know, so it's in place pretty much. So let's do it. Alright, well, I forgot to take a video, but I took the head off and to get the rope out, because that was the only way to do so, and everything looks alright. I cleaned it out, blew it out with the air, and there's some crap that came out, so that's good. And now we got to turn, so I didn't even tighten that, I just got it snug. And tonight I'll look up torque specs, and then tomorrow I can torque it down. So I do have a torque wrench. Now I think next we're going to move that over to the parts engine table, and flip this over, and we'll pull the bottom off and see what it looks like under there. Well, here it is. We got it all cleaned up and all the seeds out, and got the gasket on. Everything looks fine, so we're going to start putting it back together. And sorry I didn't get a picture of it. It was all the way apart. Alright everyone, the engine is in here and all assembled. I don't know if that gasket material is dried yet. I'm going to find out by doing a little bit of research. We put everything back together, all new gaskets. From the parts engine, we got the coil from that, and the recoil, because the recoil was pretty messed up. So I think, and I just pulled the sled in here a little while ago. Left the garage door open a little bit so the doggy can get in and out. So I think if we can set this down, which we really cannot, just sit like that, I think we're ready to start assembling the engine. So here's doggy. Hi there, Kella. Hi. I think we're ready to start putting this dude back together. So we're going to get the mounting base attached to this thing, get the workbench cleared off a little bit, and we're going to start putting her back together. So stay tuned, and hopefully we'll do a startup today. Really excited. I'm hoping that this thing starts right up. We'll see. Alright, well the engine is set in there. It's just a matter of getting all the hoses hooked up, and then we should be ready to crank her over and start her up. Cross your fingers, everyone. Alright, we're getting closer and closer, but we gotta hook up this oil cable, so when you press the throttle it lets more oil in, to my understanding. This we got tight. These ones are not tight, so that's gonna leak a little bit, so that's fine for now at least. We're gonna have to get new nuts, and hopefully the studs aren't stripped. That's what the problem is, they're stripped. I think the nuts are stripped. Clean the spark plugs up still. The exhaust is on. I gotta bolt this down still, so I'll do that. And once my father gets out here, he's gotta help me get the boots off of the old parts engine, because I cannot get them off. The boots for the carburetors. We also need actually I'll add some oil and antifreeze to this. And what else? I think that's it. We also got to mount the engine. I didn't want to mount it until we got everything actually hooked up. I did route the speedometer cable differently, for the reason that if I do want to take this apart sometime, figure out the speedometer, I don't have to lift up the whole engine. I don't have to take the whole engine out apart to do that. So keep watching. Maybe I'm planning on starting this tonight. Dark or not, rain or shine. Actually, if it's raining, it's going to suck, but I'll still do it. So stay tuned. Alright, everyone. Well, everything's back together. We gave it about 15-20 pulls. Well, I'll say 15. And the recoil spring is, got messed up. It won't retract. So it's about 9 o'clock at night. I've been working on this since, I think, 7:30, 8 in the morning. I'm about done for today. I'm going to sleep. I'm so tired. I guess this will conclude part 2. Everything's back together. We did smell some gas. We'll see. Hopefully it'll run. But tomorrow morning I'll work on the recoil, put this thing back, put the recoil back on, and maybe it'll start. Maybe it won't. We'll just have to see. So this concludes part 2. So please, I want to thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, rate, and subscribe if you would like to. So take care, guys.